Hello, everyone. How are you? Hope everything's fine. So we are continuing to do some prep work for drywall installation, and today I'm finishing some framing for the pocket door. So this is what was done yesterday. So that's the framing that I've installed. The only difference that I do actually, I kind of think improve the studs a bit. So those studs, so I insert the metal plate between them, so they're a bit more sturdy. Uh, Not as sturdy as I would hope, but they're much better than just ordinary stud. So this is 2x4 stud, and the pocket door will go right here. So it will be like sliding door, right? If no one knows what the pocket door is. I just put this stud on this side just to show you where the other pocket door is going to be. So that's the one that I've done yesterday night, and this is what we're going to be doing today. I am going to show you. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so I ran out of space or battery. I'm not sure what was that, but here's the final product. So the framing is ready for the pocket door, so we need to get some pocket doors and install them, but actually it is ready for drywall, but unfortunately not really, because when I think about that, we really need to install the hardware, all the hardware inside at the top here before we actually drywall it. But anyway, this is something that needs to be done anyways, and I'm glad it's out of my way now, so I can concentrate on other tasks. Okay, so let's do something else now. I found a small design flaw. So this receptacle is in a way of handrail. So the handrail goes in here somewhere. And so we need to move this guy somewhere here, probably a bit higher. So again, some small things here and there that needs to be done before the drywall. Done. Another project is done.
And what's new in the garden? Let's see. So, as you see, we started mulching the walkways, which looks great, I think, compared to not mulched area. So it's pretty good. Let's see what else happening here. I just seeded fall crops here because nothing were growing anyway. I added some more cucumbers. So those look okay. I hope they will grow, but is what it is. We'll see. So this year is experimental. And right now I want to just tie tomatoes up because they're growing. They get in there. Look at this. I'll show you. There's some pretty good tomatoes here, you see. Oh, here they are. Maybe we're a little bit late in the season. This is completely possible. But I hope at least maybe green salsa or something like this will work. So this is kind of my hope for this year's garden. But we'll see. Anyway, maybe some of them will ripen. And for this year, I'm planning to tie my tomatoes up with the help of the wire and the string. So Max put those wooden boards in on that end, and we were able to actually install those metal ones on this end, which is great. So I will tie a wire first between them, and then with a string tie tomatoes to the wire. So we'll see how that goes. But I have my pliers here. I have a string, and I have this wonderful wire. I pre-drilled the holes in the wooden board, and we'll just string the wire through it. Okay, Max said that this wire is quite flexible, right? Maybe for him, I need all my might. Probably could have done it with just a string, right? That's probably wire is overkill. Let's do it on this side. Okay, the wire is pretty tough, but that's maybe for me. I totally understand there are stronger people around, but I guess it's gonna hold tomatoes well though. Okay, I'll finish it with pliers later. For now, I guess this is will go like this. And to this post. And somewhere here. Okay. Okay, let's move on to better part of this, tying tomatoes to the metal strings. And at the beginning, actually, I thought I'll be using this. But I think it will be better to use old t-shirts I cut in pieces, ripped in pieces before, and I did it on my previous gardens. and it's actually pretty gentle on tomatoes, so I'll do that. It will grow with the tomatoes, kind of, it's not a very, very hard tie, so it's going to be gentle on tomato, exactly what we need. Just holding it in place, nothing else. Okay, so you know my struggle with tomatoes and with the garden this year, huh? I planted it too late, that's first. And then nothing grew. Nothing grew. Like it basically was, everything was just standing still, no growth or anything. And I was sure that I've got a good soil. And of course, the soil was not so good. It was kind of, we bought it as a garden soil with 50-50 topsoil and fertilizer. But a little bit time passed, and of course, I was busy with other things, so I didn't notice right away. But as time was passing, I noticed that nothing is growing, and the soil is very, very sandy-like. So what I did, I just, emergency situation, and we went with Max and bought some fertilizer, manure, basically. First one we got for free from neighboring um, farm, which was awesome, but they didn't have much, and we just brought one truckload, our truck bed, basically. And the other one, and then we actually started to do research. And on my previous garden, I used alpaca fertilizer, and I loved it. The way it works, it was magical and fantastic. Right off the bat, the everything was growing way better. So we went and got alpaca's manure and added that to the soil. So what I did, I basically dug up a lot of the garden beds all around the plants. I dug the soil up, threw the soil back on a pile, and added manure. So that was epic. I was glad that we figured it out, but of course I wasn't happy that the soil we've got wasn't the greatest of quality. So unfortunately, needed to do some fixing, which is kind of understandable. I should have guessed. And for the next year and for the future garden, I will not make that mistake again. I will definitely mix the soil with the manure right away. Unfortunately, we don't have chickens yet. The chickens are next goal for homestead. So I hope when the chickens come, we will be able to keep our soil healthy. But it's interesting, even when I dug all of this soil from these garden beds to mix it with the fertilizer, with the manure, I saw none of the earthworms. Usually, my soil is swarming with them, and I saw none whatsoever. So, what kind of soil was it? I have no idea, but it wasn't good. Okay, guys, I think my big project of the day is complete. I'll do the other side of tomatoes, other bed of tomatoes later, just because it's difficult. So yeah, I need help with the wires. I can tie them, no problem, but I need a help with the wires, and Max is busy. Let's go and check out what he's doing. This is how house looked 3 days ago, before Max's friend came and they started drywalling. And this is how it looks now. Let's go and check it out. What? Hey, yay. Wow, so many walls. Look at this. So this is all entry. And Max is working hard putting this all together. So we'll have walls here and there and everywhere. It's laundry looks like this. You see, there are some walls. Wow. And that leads us to master. And we have drywall here as well. And we have drywall here, and Max will finish with those little pieces later this week. And of course, this needs a different kind of drywall. And look at this. Wow! Fantastic! How is it?
Looks good, right?
Looks perfect. Good job, darling. So, and he did this wall like they did with Max and was his friend. This wall is done, you see. And those walls are coming together. Living room kitchen situation here. And Max is working right now on the powder room. And really drywall in. Yes.
It's coming together, huh?
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Yeah, that's awesome. Still lots to do, right?
Right.
But we're getting there.
Almost there.
So that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. See you next time.